So a golden generation is, see, Italy can't have a golden generation. Netherlands can't really have a golden generation. Brazil can't. Germany can't. Because they always produce quality teams and they always do well. So teams that always do well can't have a golden generation because they always do well. So reason for a golden generation that this is like a special thing because we don't know when next we're gonna have this because we don't normally produce good teams. So for England, who don't normally produce good teams, this is a golden special generation. Something for Portugal, Spain. It was because like Spain had never had a group like this in the entire history. I mean, the Auto Spain team were high. The Auto Spain team were high because you had your boy, that was Joaquin, Raul, Mendieta, Hierro, all those dudes. So they were high. Those dudes were right. But, I mean, Iniesta, Xavi, Mata, Fabregas, Ramos, Puyol, Casillas, Torres, David Villa, David Silva. It was an incredible generation, that's delivered. That delivered. And I think that's the thing about the golden generation is that there is so much pressure on them to deliver because they're like, bro, we don't know when next our country is going to have this. We don't know when next our country is going to have this special group. Another golden generation is Croatia. I don't know when they'll ever have a crew that good. Because obviously, what's it called? It was Suker, Boban, and all those dudes that were there. But, I mean, Brozovic, Kovacic, Modric, Mandzukic, Perisic. This is a special freaking crew. A special freaking crew. Obviously, Lukaku was there at the time. So now we come to Belgium. And for Belgium, they never really had guys, So Belgium was a team that, they were there and everything. But so then it came where our golden generation. So this is the likes of Hazard, De Bruyne, Lukaku, Origi, Alderweireld, Vertonghen, Carrasco, Witsel. Like a lot of freaking guys. Now this guy, Doku, was also, there was a massive amount of pressure, like, we don't know when, as Belgium, will ever have a group as good as this before. Look at the many players of the world today, Bruyne has won. You already know how I believe Hazard, it was Hazard, Neymar, and Messi as the three most talented players in the world. Lukaku's goal record is what it is. When Carrasco has a break, you know what he can do. When Vertonghen, at the time when people say, oh no, Alderweireld is probably one of the best defenders out there in the world. Oh, I almost forgot Courtois, who I believe as of right now, Courtois is the best keeper in the world. Right now, and Courtois has maybe been the best keeper in the world for the last year or so. So, there was a lot of massive pressure. And I think, every goal they has to have a star. And I think, for Spain, they didn't really have a star, but they had a guy. And you could either say for Spain, it was either Iniesta or David Villa, and they both showed up. David Villa showed up fully in that World Cup and in that Euros. Iniesta fully showed up at the Euros and an African World Cup. And I think for your superstar, there is a massive amount of pressure for him to show up. And I think for Hazard, there has definitely been a case of where, when we needed you, were you there to re-rise? Now, of course, he obviously was injured for the Euros game. World Cup, he did his thing, but he didn't have help. So he showed up as a guy for the World Cup. And yes, at the Euros, shout out to Wales and so forth, he didn't show up. And I think that was where people were really, even me myself, because this is 2016, where I was really questioning that. Who's this guy? And 2016 was when I even had your boy Sanchez. I actually put him up above him. So I believe that Hazard showed up in the 2018 World Cup. That was his World Cup. And I think it was now a case of where the other guys were not able to show up for him. So I believe after that hump in 2016 from 2018 and even at these Euros, because you almost hope that if Hazard was in that Italy game, do they win? And I'm just going to just pause there. I'm going to pause. Because people say, no. Italy would still win. Okay. If Hazard was in that game, so he had Hazard, De Bruyne, Lukaku in that team. They were all there. Keeping in mind that game was perfect for Hazard because it was an open game. And Italy wanted to play an open game and it was tit for tat while was. Keeping that in mind, did Italy win that game? I don't know the answer to that question. I don't know a definitive answer to that question. I'm sorry, I don't know a definitive answer to that question. But ifs and buts, it didn't happen. He wasn't there. Italy took advantage and Italy deservedly won that game. So you always need that second guy, and you always need like a second guy to say what's up. So for Figo, it was his Rui Costa. For Owen or whatever you may say, it was Gerrard or Lampard. For and Iniesta, it was his Xavi or David Villa. So and De Bruyne is a guy who, for me, 2018 he didn't say what's. See, 2018 De Bruyne had to help. He had to do something because that was, for me, 2018 was their chance, man. But we'll get the 2018 afterwards. But I think the De Bruyne, 2016 he said also because he scored the winning. 2016. Sorry, 2014. It was 2014 against America where he scored the winning goal in 2014. I think 2014 was a bit too early for the Belgium team. I think it was 2016 almost from where, okay, you guys are now ready now. And I think De Bruyne has done his thing, but we'll come back to the 2018 semi where I felt that was a critical point in which I think everything turned for your boys Belgium, man. Lukaku is a quality striker. But then let's look at the other golden generations. England and Owen. Spain and England and Owen. Spain and David Villa. Croatia and Mandzukic. What's the difference between Lukaku? What separates Lukaku from Mandzukic, Villa, and Owen? Clutch. When the time came, Owen got that goal. When the time came, David Villa got that goal. When the time came, Mandzukic got that goal. Same can't really be said for Lukaku. Because when the time has come and so forth, your striker just get it done. Doesn't matter what will suffer, you just have to get it done. To watch the rest of this vid and gain access to more content crack, think about becoming a Patreon member. Click the link below in the description box or head over to patreon.com/halfhope and gain access to more content crack. Let's ride.